Now on HTV, the weekend sporting action in the West Match.
Another near full house at Molineux as the home fans can relax before the tension of the playoffs. Wolves enjoying their biggest crowds for 25 years. Graham Taylor has named the same side which played at Tranmere on Wednesday night. That was Wolves' 6th draw in their last 8 games. With so many of Wolves' injuries being long-term, this looks like the lineup that will probably do duty in the playoffs. Wolves, remember, have lost only 1 of their last 10 games. Well, Steve Ball scored his 250th goal for Wolves in that draw at Tranmere, which confirmed their place in the playoffs. Steve's young son, Jack, by the way, he'll be 3 next week, is among the spectators watching Dad today. Swindon, of course, are relegated after a run of only 2 wins in their last 10 games. So Steve McMahon gives youth a fling today. Jamie Pittman and Ben Worrell are only 19. Wayne O'Sullivan is 20. Just 2 years ago, Swindon was celebrating winning a place in the Premier League for the first time in their history. Now they face second division football next season. Making his first ever start in the Football League after a couple of appearances as a substitute is Ben Worrell, a 19 years old midfield player from Lambourne in Wiltshire. Quick look at the substitutes: Brian Law, Jermaine Wright and Paul Jones for Wolves, Martin Ling, Eddie Murray and Nicky Hammond for Swindon. And the referee today is John Watson from Whitley Bay, officiating for the final time in a Football League game. So Swindon, all in red, attacking from right to left. Nothing at stake, of course, apart from pride and professional duty to do their best. And that applies to players, strangely enough, on both sides. Wolves with their place in the playoffs secure, bar a mathematical, well, it would be an impossibility, I'm sure. If Barnsley were able to overtake them, they'd need about 15 goals so to do. Swindon, their fate is already sealed. And alongside me today, the former Coventry manager, John Sinnott.
Good afternoon, everybody. We've got a super match here, I think, to watch, because both sides have got to put on a display for the television and just show you how football should be played. They should be relaxed, they should be trying all the skills and getting their minds right, especially Wolves for the playoff and Swindon for next year. So hopefully you can sit back in your chairs and enjoy a super match.
O'Sullivan playing it forward. Nyholt. And O'Sullivan again with a long ball, looking for Hammond. Comes to the young midfield player Jamie Pittman. He leaves it to Joey Beecham. It's a good-looking ball, and Hammond on the near post did well to force the defender's error. First corner to Swindon Town.
That's Beecham at his best. He's got that great ability to go either way. It was a great cross and a good defensive header by Shirtlift. He was rather fortunate, I thought. I thought Thorne was going to lead him in and just get a touch.
It's a good-looking cross, and Big Sean Taylor, the captain, almost on the end of it. Thorne battling away for possession. Andy Thompson, his 4th game back in the Wolves side, following a run of 7 matches he missed recently because of injury. Looking for Goodman down the line. Taylor wins it back again. And a first touch for young Ben Worrell. Peter Thorne loses out in the battle with Thompson, but Swindon have the throw. Good play by Nyholt. All the options quickly closed down, though. Horlock, the former West Ham man, swinging one in towards Hammond. And Wolves get it clear, and a good clearance because Bull is on the end of it. Taylor was a bit lucky there, the ball hit him on the back, otherwise Bull could have been in behind him. This is Wayne O'Sullivan. Loses out to Cowans. Thompson. Goodman. On it goes again to Bull, a favoured Wolves tactic that, of course. Nyholt. Over the head of Shirtliff. Thompson will clean it up. Well, one would hope today, John, that the nature of this match will produce a relaxed display by both sides.
Well, they've got every opportunity to show their fans, Wolves especially, that they have got the potential to go all the way and to qualify for the Premier League. They've got that to play for, and I think Swindon have got pride to play for, and they've got to really show who's going to stay with Steve McMahon.
Good piece of improvisation there from Stowell, and Pittman's improvisation didn't quite come off. Stowell really had no option other than to head that rather short clearance from Richards, and Pittman tried to hit the ball straight back in again. Kelly loses out. Pittman. Just ahead of him is Chris Hammond. Thorne making a run down the centre. Now Horlock. And no problem again for Stowell, who lost his place to Paul Jones for a run of 13 games earlier in the season. He's been first choice for the last 2 months. Goodman winning a fine header, and Horlock with a rather dangerous back pass. Taylor hit it straight against Kelly, and that means that Swindon rather fortunate to get the goal kick.
You know, Goodman showed his ability, how he could climb near. It's a tremendous header. The ball was there to be won, but normally wingers are not the best headers of a ball. But Goodman climbed brilliantly and headed the ball inside. You know, he's got to be looking for the crosses from the opposite wing if he's got that ability to come in and head towards goal across the face of his fullback.
Mark Venus looking again for Bull's run. Headed away by Robinson, playing at centre-back today, Mark Robinson. He's been used at left-back and right-back, which is his true position this season, but he takes the place of A.D. Vivash, one of the players that Swindon are apparently prepared to release at the end of this season. I'm sure his availability will interest a few clubs. There is talk of him being offered a new contract, but nothing certain yet. And incidentally, both goalkeepers, Fraser Digby and today's substitute, Nicky Hammond, have been released by Steve McMahon. So big changes on the way at Swindon Town next season. And also behind these scenes, Chairman Ray Hardman, seeing his final game in the chair today. Goodman couldn't find Kelly, away by Taylor. And Thompson. It's good vision by Thompson to see Venus on the left. He has Dennison outside him. Richards. Bull. Nice build-up play this by Wolves. Goodman. Bull and Kelly in the centre if he can make the cross. Look for Dennison. It comes to Kelly. Goodman again. This time Bull the target, and the goalkeeper's fist clear straight to Cowans. And somehow or other O'Sullivan got it clear. Now Rankin. And Worrell adjudged to have gone in with his foot too high. Free kick to Wolves. A good period of pressure, John.
Yes, it wasn't the best punch down by Digby. It was lucky that it went to one of his own players and then ricocheted back to Cowans, who tried a shot.
Cowans chipping it in, looking for Richards, but the big centre-back couldn't reach it that time. He scored 2 goals in that midweek match at Derby last month. Has played all 9 games since joining Wolves on loan from Bradford City, and will possibly make the move permanent in the summer. They're talking of a fee of around about £1.5 million. Shirtlif's kick. Kelly with the chest down. Rankin has Goodman in support. Hard to tell him which way to go, but played it a little bit too close to Horlock. Shirtliff gets there ahead of Thorne. 34 now, Peter Shirtliff, his 17th season in league football. And there's going to be a lot of competition for those centre-back places next season when John de Wolf hopefully will be fit again for Wolves. Shirtliff's clearance. Horlock. Play forward by Beecham. Now Thorne. Hammond rather. And Swindon have a player down injured as Horlock plays it forward. Shirtliff will have to just shepherd that over the line, and that will give the physio John Trigg the opportunity to treat the injured player, who is Luke Nyholt.
So you got a knock in the thigh there, right on top of the thigh. That can be a little bit sore, right in the muscle there, as you can see. Physio's there doing the treatment, the magic spray will go on. You don't mind water and stuff going on this weather. It's in the winter when it's all frosty and freezing, that's when you don't want that sort of thing happening. Good thigh muscles.
Well, Graham Taylor knows he's got the potential heartache of the playoffs to look forward to, if that's the right phrase. What Wolves don't yet know, of course, is who their opponents would be. If things end up today as they are here at the start of play, come back to that in a moment, as Rankin does well to keep the ball in play, and a good-looking cross as well. And it was Dennison who stole in between the two defenders and got a knock in the face, on the ear by the looks of it.
Yes, I think O'Sullivan just catches a brilliant bit of skill here by Rankin. Great cross in, and he comes across, and there for his sins, diving in, he gets a bit in the air.
I was going to say that if things end up as they did at the start of play, then we have Bolton in second place, Reading third, Wolves fourth, and Tranmere fifth. And just to remind you that second place plays fifth, third place plays fourth, and the highest placed clubs will have the advantage of being home in the second leg of those playoff semi-finals. So if it was as it is now, of course, it would be Reading playing Wolves and Bolton playing Tranmere. But a lot could happen with all the teams in action today. We'll keep you in touch with those scores during the match. Here's Hammond. Worrell. Pittman. Forward by O'Sullivan. Richards with the clearance. He's gone straight to Nyholt. O'Sullivan thought better of coming inside Dennison, and is now giving it away to Richards. Very calm player indeed, Dean Richards. He's got a lot of composure and skill on the ball. Wayne O'Sullivan. And the header by Thorne, harmlessly wide.
Yes, the last time we had Thorne on, he scored two great goals, didn't he? It was the volley, I remember that, inside the near post. A player that they got from Blackburn who has done exceptionally well for Swindon. He's good skill and great accuracy around the box. Most of his finishing is on target.
12 minutes gone, still Wolves 0, Swindon Town 0 here. And the ball goes down rather theatrically. Taylor is trying to make the point, I think, that Bull made the most of that challenge. But he's an honest sort of player, Steve Bull, who doesn't normally feign injury unless it's genuine.
No, I feel there he did get a touch there. There was a whack there on the ankle. He just went in and Taylor lunged in rather and just caught Bully on the ankle. But Bully's okay, he'll get up. He's sniffing a chance of a goal here.
Cowans and Mark Venus, the two Wolves men, over the ball for the free kick. A posse of players near the penalty spot. Driven in hard by Venus. Good catch by Fraser Digby. A good early throw out by the Swindon keeper gets them moving forward. O'Sullivan dispossessed though. It's excellent work by Dennison. And Thompson in trouble here against Beecham. Thorne and Hammond forward for him. And the cross a bit too long, but Thorne will keep possession. Hammond leaving it to the youngster Pittman. And that's a very good effort on the near post by the other youngster, Ben Worrell. He's off balance, so it's always going to be hard for him, John.
Yes, here he comes here. This is Pittman, who just pulls it back, and young Worrell just clips it a little too high. You think there, watching it from behind the goal, from camera behind the goal, that it's going in, but it just floated just over the top. They did well, both youngsters there.
Horlock's clearance finds Hammond. Worrell. Now O'Sullivan. Thorne. Here's Worrell again. This time Wolves have it back. Mark Venus. It's a good ball for Goodman and good control on the chest by him. Thompson hits it in early, fine effort. Rankin, Bull, great move this by Wolves. Foul then by Nyholt. And I think the Swindon man will become the first player cautioned for that challenge.
I felt Nyholt was a bit unlucky there. I thought he was genuinely going for the ball there. We'll see now. Yeah, he just played the ball, but he got his body and his leg inside Bully. Bully took a bit of a roll over it there, and I just felt he's unlucky there.
Anyway, the referee saw the tackle from behind as worthy of not only a free kick, but a caution for Luke Nyholt. Venus again drives it at the wall this time. Cowans. It's quite a difficult swirly wind out there, incidentally. It may look a beautiful calm day, but it isn't. The wind, which is principally behind Wolves at the moment, could make problems for the players to try and judge the flight of the ball. Robinson. Now Horlock. Turned on by Beecham. Worrell, foul in the back by Cowans. It's been a terrible first season in management, or at least a terrible introduction to the job for Steve McMahon, of course. Venus driving forward, he has Bull ahead of him. Cowans. Rankin doing well, strong in possession. Dennison arrives. Horlock's interception. Shirtliff. Dennison still in the thick of things, now Goodman. And once again the referee finds in favour of the Wolves man. I think all three times we've seen the decision go against Swindon. The Swindon players haven't been too happy.
I think the crowd have had a lot to do with it, Alan. You know, there's a big roar goes up every time any players goes down, and here you see Goodman going by, and there's that lunge again. Correct referee there, spot on. That was a foul, he caught Goodman's foot.
Same combination over the free kick. Venus driving it in again. He certainly doesn't look for any great subtlety on those free kicks. Mark Venus, he gets real power behind the ball each time.
It's interesting really, Alan, what you try and do there, the players on the ball is trying to bend What we used to do is try and bend the ball straight into the keeper's chest and everybody run across the face of the keeper.
Corner kick wasn't quite so effective, but they've got it back again. Cowans. O'Sullivan's clearance. Shirtliff unopposed on the halfway line. Cowans. Oh, beautiful skill by Gordon Cowans. He turned the clock back with that little twist and move.
Lovely swiveled hips there. Lovely to watch, isn't it, when you see a player of his ability that just dropped his shoulder. Good touch, good control. Lovely player to watch when he's in that form.
Shirtliff's clearance picked up by young Pittman. Venus getting it away. Kelly has gone straight to Beecham. Goodman. Now Thompson. Kelly chasing here. Taylor, the last defender, and he never takes risks. Big Sean Taylor, you know where you are with him. Straight up and down, centre half of the old-fashioned variety, and a very effective one.
Strong player, very good in the air at both ends, actually. He's a danger on set pieces for Swindon.
Easy catch in the end for Fraser Digby, and again the first time ball bowled out to Pittman. Thorne. O'Sullivan. Thorne's found a bit of room in the middle. Vaults over the Cowans challenge, and the second one from Dennison. O'Sullivan. Pittman. Robinson doing well. Worrell. Pittman. Sliding tackle wins it back. Kelly. Well, Robinson could be in trouble for that challenge. I thought that was a little bit cynical by Robinson, and strangely enough, although there was a booking earlier, there isn't this time for a challenge that seemed to me rather worse.
It was one of those challenges where really he had no need to go in at all. He could have just held his position and said, right, now you've got to beat me.
Venus again with a free kick. He's been busy with them. Goodman's header. Taylor, a great shout for handball as the ball reared up at Sean Taylor, and the referee had a look, shook his head and said play on.
Well, if ever a player looked guilty, Taylor did there. You know, that was one of those balls that goes in, and I think it was a penalty. I think Taylor got his hand to that.
Well, Wolves have had the benefit of one or two minor decisions, but not this time on a major one.
Here's the ball going in. Oh, that looked as though it just got a touch to me. Look at Taylor.
It's almost as though he was trying to whip his hand out of the way of the ball. And contact has to be deliberate, of course, but normally if you make any kind of contact with the ball in the penalty area, it's a dreaded spot kick.
I've seen a lot worse than that given, Alan.
Jamie Pittman made his debut as a substitute against Portsmouth recently and started the match against Notts County. He's only 19.
He looks 15, doesn't he? Looks.
Well, they all do these days to us, don't they, John?
They do to me, Al. That's disappointing to me. There's Heyman there, he done exceptionally well. He gets the ball and he's got a little pass on, little easy pass, a short pass. You don't even see it, he tries another trick. You know, you get away with one and then you knock the ball and keep your side in possession. They'll all be pleased with you.
Danger here as ball goes through. Well, as usual, he got his shot in and it was on target, but obviously it's not of the ferocious power he would have wanted there.
No, he didn't quite get the power behind it that he was hoping for. You know, he backs in very well. Here it is, the ball's played in, he backs in here. Really, I felt that's a foul, but he didn't get the power into that shot that he was hoping to.
Rankin winning a good header. Robinson gets it clear. Horlock. And again. Could be a dangerous ball, that. And Pittman miscontrols it. Kelly dispossesses him and finds Venus. A
player who's impressed me when we've been watching Wolves is Rankin in midfield. He's really come into the game. He's grown up a lot. He looks a much sounder player now. Possibly that's playing next door to Gordon Cowans, the man on the ball now.
A cross aimed at Bull, but again Digby took control of the situation. Mark Rankin now back in his favourite position in the centre of midfield. He's played just about everywhere this season, both fullbacks, wide midfield. He's even played up front as well, but this he regards as his best position. Free kick given to Swindon. Richards getting it clear. Taylor. This is Horlock. Wolves have it back with Goodman. Not for long. And a little untidy spell in the middle of the field. No one able to keep possession for more than 2 passes. Taylor taking a bit of a risk there, but getting away with it. O'Sullivan driving it on for Thorne. Richards is the defender, shoulder to shoulder with him. And Nyholt felt he should have had a free kick for that challenge. Play on is the verdict. Thompson. Terrific break by Rankin from midfield. It's just a bit too long for him though. Horlock. And good defending by Peter Shirtliffe.
That's great defending, that, when the ball's played up on the old head there and you just help it on back to your goalkeeper. You know, he can come out and pick it up straight away. No problem there with a header back, but it is good play. It relieves all the pressure and all the defence can push up.
Swindon, incidentally, have lost 3 of their last 4 away games, and they've had a lot of problems scoring goals of late. They've failed to score in 6 of their last 9 matches, home and away. Wolves are the division's highest scorers, and Bull is trying to add 1 more to the total. And Bull, again, is unhappy with Taylor's part.
I couldn't see a lot wrong there. I thought possibly Bully fails in here. Here you are, he goes back into him here. He just runs straight into him there and pulling him back with his shirt and his arm. That was a free kick the other way.
So aggressive, of course, in the nicest use of the word, Steve Bull. No such thing as an end-of-season game to him. He'll fight for every ball. I would think Graham Taylor's main priority today, apart from seeing his side keep their good run of late going, is to avoid any more injuries in what's been a horrendous season for them in terms of major injuries to key players. Something like 8 players have been on the operating table this season. They don't want any more knocks for the playoffs, that's for sure.
I felt that free kick was too straight a ball. You know, you want to play little diagonal balls into the box, and I feel there they just wasted an opportunity to get a ball and deliver a good crossfield ball into the box.
Thompson finding Rankin, onto Bull. Now Robinson for Swindon. Beecham. And again Rankin so aware of things in the middle of the field. Richards getting it away. Difficult one for Taylor with Bull right behind him, but he just had that yard or so on his opponent.
I agree with you with injuries. Graham Taylor would just want to get a good result here, a good performance, but the last thing he'd need is one of his star players getting an injury. You know, he'd just like to come out of the game with a result and without injuries.
The first playoff semi-final, remember, is a week today, and then the second leg the following Wednesday after that. Digby a little bit lucky to get that one clear from Kelly. There's Thompson. And again, Rankin. Foul by Taylor.
There's not been that consistency in passing by Wolves. You've had Rankin, he's been winning balls and passing balls simply. You'd think they'd pick up the old message and say, right, here we go, this is the way to play. Get hold of the ball, knock it about, plenty of movement off the ball, and they'd be causing Swindon possibly a lot more problems than they are at the moment. Here he is, he's in the thick of it there. He's that type of player, as an action man. He's really developed this year for me as a midfield player.
Yeah, I think that's why he says he likes this centre midfield position, because he enjoys total involvement, and of course he gets it in that role. He really has had an excellent season, Mark Rankin. His fourth campaign now at Molineux since signing from Doncaster Rovers. Cowans with the free kick, and the header on by Goodman, well wide.
The player he's been for the Midlands, isn't he? Class player, class act, good passer of the ball, good skill, Cowans, wonderful player.
Rankin winning the header. Bull beaten to it by Robinson, although the linesman has seen it in Swindon's favour. Pittman. Now Richards. This is Bull. Cowans outside of the foot, glorious ball. Goodman helps it on first time to Rankin. Terrific move so far this. Can Wolves finish it off? Kelly on the back post, Dennison with the shot. Well, that was lovely football from Wolves.
That's what you want to see. There was a team there going forward, expressing themselves. Good change of play, and here's Rankin again. Great little check here, and another little pull it back and crossed it in with his left foot. And here we go, Kelly jumps, goes to Dennison, just leaning back and over the top. Just got to get that on target, and that would have been a great finish.
Funny, Robbie Dennison's had two decent chances now. He scored 5 goals this season, which is a very good total for a winger, considering he hasn't played in, well, I suppose, about half the games. Here he is again, but he couldn't keep that one in. He really won his place because of injuries to the likes of Steve Froggatt and Tony Daly. He was on his way, I think, at one point this season, but got himself a new contract and a regular place in the side again. Here's Kelly, given away to Horlock. Thorne, sure, they've slightly misread that one. Joey Beecham. Thompson just stood his ground then. Beecham still finds Horlock though. Worrell. Now Nyholt. Beecham again. It's a good little period this for Swindon. Worrell. And he saw the opportunity to shoot but didn't get any meat on the effort really.
He done exceptionally well. Good skill. The little lad come inside on his right foot. Good skill.
Bull at the other end, causing a problem again for Taylor. But the bounce was a fortunate one for Swindon. Horlock in possession. Nyholt. Good ball for Beecham. Well, the cross against the wind could have caused a problem to Stowell, but in the end, it just took it behind.
It's unlike Beecham, Alan. He's a good crosser normally when we've seen him. He's got that ability to cross off either foot, and he's gone there, possibly favours his left, and you'd bet him to keep that ball in play.
Venus, now Dennison. Here's Kelly. Cowans tripped on the ball and just gave Worrell the opportunity to take it off him and find Hammond. Pittman. Nyholt. Hammond again Richards right behind him. Needs a bit of help here. Gets it from Pittman. Sets it up for Nyholt. Charged down by Cowans. And then a late challenge by Gordon Cowans, of all people. I think viciousness in the tackle is not exactly part of the game that Sid, as he's known throughout the game, would be known for.
It was a great block though, Alan. He's defended brilliantly there. He's came, tacked the ball, closed it down very quickly. You watch here, he goes all the way, and oops, yes, Sid, I'm sorry, you're lucky, because you may have got a booking with those referees there. But the block before that was excellent.
Horlock's taking a long run at this, rather like a fast bowler coming up to deliver. And the shot he delivered, at the end of it, was over the crossbar, and no problem for Stow.
It's a good strike of the ball. He's got a lot of power behind it and a lot of bend behind it, but it's just over the top. He's just lifted it over the top, just not quite on target. You need to get that on target and work your goalkeeper.
Referee saw an elbow being used there by Nyholt. Lovely free kick, swept out to Dennison. Venus on the overlap for him. He's two-footed, so he'll take the opportunity to come inside. Now Venus gets it. Cowans. It's a good ball to Kelly. Goodman's in there as well, but Swindon rode their luck a little bit then. Rankin. O'Sullivan will get pressurised all the way by Bull.
I thought Kelly was unlucky there. He has a great chest control, and he was just going to slap the ball at goal when suddenly Goodman come across the face of him and took it off him.
Cowans, first time cross, headed clear by Horlock. It's gone straight to Thompson. Now he's lost possession to Nyholt. Wolves have lost only one of their last 10 matches. It was the game at Charlton. Horlock. Taylor gets it clear. Shirtliff hammering it back in. Beecham. Shirtliff did well that time. Now Cowans. 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Still goalless here at Molineux. Bull for Wolves. Venus gets through. It's a lovely ball to find him as well. And it drops to Kelly. And that's a deliberate handball by Horlock. It's going to have him sent off and give Wolves a penalty.
Yes, I'm sorry, Horlock, you've got to go, son. You've got to go. Here it is here. It just breaks back for Kelly here off the goalkeeper. Kelly steers it on target, and there's the handball. No doubt whatsoever. It's a different handball, and the poor lad's got to go.
The referee had no option under the laws of the game than to send Kevin Horlock off the field for deliberate handball. Dismay for Swindon, and it could get worse in the next few seconds as Horlock leaves the field. Thompson steps up to take the penalty. He's got 8 goals this season. All of them have been from the spot. Is it to be 9 out of 9 for him? Yes, it is. And Wolves are in front.
Yes, there's Thompson, smiling, happy, well taken penalty. Not a lot you can do about that. He's looked at the ball, he's made up his mind. It's going right in that corner. The keeper's gone the right way, but he's got no chance of getting that. It's a beautifully struck penalty. The accuracy of it is superb, right in the corner of the net.
Well, if the playoffs need a cool penalty taker, Andy Thompson's your man. Wolves on the rampage for the moment, but Beecham gets it back. Digby's clearance. And Swindon, as if they didn't have enough trouble, reduced to 10 men now and have to reorganise at the back. Joey Beecham seems to have dropped into the nominal left-back role for the moment, so they'll lose his width and crossing ability going forward. He defended pretty well then, though, when first called upon to do so. Hammond. I've got to say, on the sending off of Horlock, I personally think it's unfortunate under the laws of the game. It's an instinctive action, usually on the part of players, I've always felt that a penalty would be sufficient punishment and that the sending off of the offending player is too harsh, but it is in the laws. It's not the referee's fault. He has to apply them. It's the men who make the laws. Hammond's cross is a good one, and there's a tremendous header. Peter Thorne has brought Swindon level within a couple of minutes.
What a wonderful cross that was, and a wonderful header from Thorne. Brilliant, brilliant. Great finish, you know, and to come back straight. Here's the cross coming in here from Hammond. It's a superb cross. He bends it with his left foot, and there he launches himself at it. No chance for the keeper, Stow. Great header, great goal. This will give you a better view of it possibly. Here's the cross, a quality cross with a quality finish.
Wolves on the attack again themselves, though, immediately. Here's Robinson. Well, those goals have certainly brought the game to life. He has looked a class finisher since Swindon brought him from Blackburn Rovers, Peter Thorne, and he underlined it with that header then. It really was top draw. And he wins another header. This time Shirtliff gets it away. And Wolves level again. They seem to have been level with so many opponents in recent matches. They've had three all draws in the last few weeks, would you believe, Wolves? I don't think anyone will complain from an entertainment point of view if there's another one in the offing here. Thompson to Bull. He did well. Goodman's onside. He's got Kelly in the middle. The striker's instinct took over. He didn't look for Kelly, he looked for the back of the net.
It was a great flick on by Bully. He's come, he's controlled the ball over the top and just flicked it over the back of his head there, and there is Goodman running onto it. Look at Kelly's position. If only he'd squared that ball. If only.
And before the corner can be taken, Swindon have a man injured.
Going back to Swindon's goal, and it was a quality cross, wasn't it, from Hammond? A great cross. He's got there on the left and he's bent that ball in. It's these crosses, you know, we've seen some good crossing today actually in this match. If you look at the crossing from Rankin and the crossing there, wonderful crossing, and that makes a difference to strikers. They thrive on that sort of service into the box.
5 minutes of the first half remaining then. Wolves 1, Swindon Town 1. 2 goals in a couple of minutes, one from the penalty spot. One splendid header by Peter Thorne. Cowans with the corner. It's a good one too. Taylor get it away on the near post. To Rankin. Cowans. Rankin again. That looks dangerous. Over the head of Richards. Venus with the shot. And cleared by O'Sullivan from near the penalty spot. Still danger. Bull turning it on. Kelly goes up with the keeper. Oh, hooked away by Robinson. Goodman's header. And again Digby gets it clear. And Swindon break clear. And could easily have conceded another goal then. Mayhem in the Swindon goalmouth.
Great action, wasn't it? Great to watch, you know, players going on to the ball, the keeper trying to get up and recover again. All good stuff to watch.
In fact, considering there's nothing on it, it's been a watchable enough game, this. It's made a slow start, but the last 15-20 minutes have been excellent.
Yeah, it's been end-to-end stuff, you know, a lot of action in the box. That's what we want to see. That's the way we want football played, open and attacking, both sides trying to play.
Goodman's header, but an easy one for Digby. Venus. Unhurried but inaccurate clearance from Mark Venus, whose versatility has certainly been valuable for Wolves this season. He's another one who's played both full-back roles, midfield, centre-half as well. This time he's given away a free kick. Just about 3 minutes of the first half remaining. And a little stoppage time to add. 1-1 the score. Hammond with the header. Thorne's in there again. He did well. Cowans. Came off the Wolves man, did it? Well, there seems to be a lack of communication between referee and linesman then, but in the end, Wolves do get the throw, which I think was the right decision. Here's Kelly. Venus. Bull closes defenders down at every opportunity. He never gives them a moment's rest. And Pittman finds himself not given any time on the ball in midfield.
Now they pressurise the young lad Pittman very quickly. Every time he gets a ball, he's being closed down exceptionally fast by the defender or the midfield players.
It's going to be quite an introduction to the big time for these lads. Pittman and his partner Worrell there, just caught sight of him in midfield, the number 8. Something they'll remember for a long time, I would think, playing on this magnificent stage. Molineux, the rebuilt Molineux, one of the finest stadiums in the land, and the Molineux pitch in excellent condition as well. Not quite as good, I have to say, as a couple of seasons ago when they won the award for best pitch in the land. They've had a few problems since then. Robinson. Pittman. The ball given away by Dennison. This is Nyholt. Thorne. Did well there, Thorne. I thought that was a foul by Richards myself. Referee didn't.
Yeah, I thought it was a foul there. I thought it was a free kick, but the referee was standing right over it, so therefore he must have seen something that we didn't see, Alan. Showed a bit of character, Swindon, haven't they, in this match, to come back, you know, with 10 men. They've come back and got the equaliser at the moment, and they're playing some good football. They're still making Wolves stretch to get anything out of this match.
First half stoppage time being played now. Difficult one there for Digby. He didn't hang around, he just volleyed it straight back. It's turned out to be a great ball, but it would have been. Unfortunately for Thorne and Swindon, he was offside. How can you get caught offside from the goalkeeper's clearance?
Yeah, he's got to be dreaming there, hasn't he? It was a lovely left-footed clearance. He's got to be looking for that type of ball over the top.
Stowell's kick is aimed at Bull. Goodman with a touch on. Beecham hooking it away from danger, doing a pretty good job in that emergency left back role, Joey Beecham. More danger now, Bull. Beecham's there again. He's giving it away to Thompson. In first time towards Kelly on the far post. Beyond him, O'Sullivan, and Kelly grapple for possession. Kelly won it, but Swindon win a goal kick.
Another good cross there. You know, you see Kelly there. He had his back to goal and he tried the old overhead kick, the scissor kick, but he's done very well this season. He's hit the target 20-odd times, isn't it, Alan, I believe?
Yes, 22 goals, top scorer here, and I think it'll be the first, if he stays as top scorer, I think I'm right in saying it'll be the first time since Steve Bull came to Molineux 8 years ago that someone has finished ahead of him in the goal-scoring charts. There's the half-time whistle then, and Andy Thompson's goal gave Wolves the lead. But it was a lead that didn't last very long. Peter Thorne's splendid header bringing Swindon level. It's been a good game here and still a lot to play for. Swindon down to 10 men after Kevin Horlock's dismissal. The half-time score, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Swindon Town 1. Coming you back to Molineux, where Wolves have lost only 3 of their 15 league matches here this season against Luton, Derby and Middlesbrough. 15 wins and 4 matches drawn. It's been the fortress really behind their run towards the playoff places. And Wolves have scored more goals, 77, including today's effort by Thompson from the penalty spot, than any team in the division. Well, let's hear what Graham Taylor thought of the first half. He's with Phil Meppel.
Graham, were you pleased with what you saw in the first half? So-so. Disappointing again is that when you score a goal within 2 or 3 minutes, you give one away. I think we've got to do a little bit better and move the ball better and make early angles, you know, and get on with our play that way.
OK, Graham, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Mildly satisfied, I suppose you would say, is the manager's verdict. Cowans forcing the ball out. Incidentally, Dennison has gone off during the half-time interval for Wolves to be replaced by Jermaine Wright, a young player who's made a handful of appearances as a substitute this season. Now he's got a whole 45 minutes ahead of him. There he is. Good deep kick by Stowell. Kelly trying to flick it on. Comes back to him from Robinson's half-hearted sort of clearance.
It was a half-hearted sort of shot from Kelly, wasn't it? He didn't really look confident. He didn't really work at that and said, right, I'm going to get this on target. It was sort of just a slap at it.
You can see the amusing side of it. I'm not sure whether Graham Taylor will be similarly smiling.
It's nice to see players smile, isn't it?
Here's Venus. Kelly making the chase again. Robinson got it away. Only as far as the substitute right. Kelly, Cowans. Now Venus. Should be Robinson's ball. But Kelly won't give him a route back to his goalkeeper. He did well to find Pittman, though. And Wright, who has perhaps rather more to play for, being only on the fringe of the first team. Straight into the action. Now Kelly. A bit of a wild effort, that one, from David Kelly. Scored 3 goals in his last 4 games and was top scorer for Newcastle United when they won promotion from this division 3 seasons ago. 32 he got that time.
The defender well, but at the same time, he didn't quite work at keeping that ball on target.
Good header on by Hammond, finds Thorne. And it's come back to Thorne. Chance for another here. Brilliant save by Stowell.
What a magnificent save that was. Thorne goes through, gets the ball at his feet, and he really cracks it for the top corner. And Stowell launched himself and got a great touch to this ball. There it is, over the top. That is a superb save.
That was unquestionably on its way in. Thorne has a nose for goals that will surely see him play at a higher level one day. And Wolves lucky not to be down.
Why do you always bring up noses, Alan, when I'm sat inside?
But he certainly does know where the back of the net is, Thorne. 11 goals in this troubled season for Swindon, almost 12 then.
You can ask no more. He's got a great shot in, great shot on target, and the keeper's rose to the occasion.
Well, that's jolted Wolves a little. The side reduced to 10 men, remember, by the dismissal of Kevin Horlock for deliberate handball. Almost swept into a 2-1 lead. And they have a free kick, which Mark Robinson will take. Thorne coming in again on the back post, but too high for him this time. Thompson scurrying to keep it in play. Rankin, looks as though that might have gone out of play. Goodman, rather. Here's Rankin. And Goodman again. It's offside. Take your pick. Kelly on this side. Bull on the far.
Wolves still like playing that ball in behind the Swindon back four. They keep probing, they're looking for Kelly and Ball to make the runs across the face of the defenders and bend them in behind the defence. And they keep playing that little ball over the top and turning the Swindon back four.
Shirtlift getting it away at the expense of a throw-in. Taylor swinging one in again, but Wolves get it clear. This is Goodman. Kelly. Now Wright. Venus. That could be dangerous. Digby had to suddenly readjust his position to keep it out.
It was a good move. There was good running off the ball. Venus makes a very good run here, and he crosses his ball very deeply, and Digby's had to go backwards and just get that touch to it.
I'm sure the swirling wind must have helped there. Cowans with the corner. Headed away by Taylor. Right. It's a dangerous ball back in as well, and Digby's missed it this time. Goodman doing well to keep it in and find Thompson. And the wind didn't do Wolves any favours this time. They took the in-swinging cross out of play.
Yeah, Digby's done well. He's come for balls when he had to. He's been positive, he's been bold in his decisions. But there, he didn't get the touch to it he was hoping to on that last cross.
Steve McMahon got himself in a bit of hot water, I gather, in the first half with some comments he made to the linesman, who told the referee, as linesmen tend to do, and the referees told Steve McMahon to button it, or words to that effect. Here's Rankin. So he's having to just be careful what he says down there. Steve McMahon took over in November after John Gorman was sacked. Managed only 6 wins in the 26 league games he's had, and as I mentioned earlier, in the first half, as promised or threatened, depending which way you look at it, a lot of personnel changes in the playing squad next season. Joey Beecham, incidentally, is one of those players, the club's record signing, who is officially up for sale. Right, looking for Rankin, one back by Nyholt, he gets it again from Worrell. O'Sullivan. Worrell looks a busy and promising little player. Nyholt, Hammond, and Worrell again. It's all getting a bit compressed in the middle of the field. That's a better ball. O'Sullivan to Hammond. He's all on his own at the moment, though. Has to wait for some support to arrive, and it does in the shape of Peter Thorne.
To be fair to Swindon, they've only got 10 men, but they're still trying to play. They're still knocking the ball about, and they're still keeping Wolves at full stretch.
Now they're at full stretch themselves as Goodman goes through. Well, if he'd kept that about a foot lower, he would have been in.
That's a disappointing finish for Goodman, because he's done exceptionally well. He's gone in and he's chested the ball down, and it's fallen nicely for him. You know, here he goes in here, and if you watch this, he chests this ball on. He's very brave, he keeps going straight for the ball. There's the chest there, and now it's bouncing nicely, but he just leans back over the top. He'd be disappointed with that finish.
Free kick has gone Swindon's way.
I've been waiting to see that. Taylor's just gone up for his first set piece.
Robinson's free kick, and he looks for Taylor, but it's too high. Richards with an opportunity to break forward and show his passing ability. Rankin. Oh, he's done brilliantly there, Rankin. That's superb play by Rankin. And not a bad cross either. Headed clear as far as Cowans. Lovely skill by Cowans. Rankin's back again. Over the head of Bull. And again, O'Sullivan gets it away. Good pressure, though, by Wolves now. Right. Venus. It was a disappointing end to a promising Wolves build-up. But Thompson makes sure they win it back. Now Venus. Thompson. The right back appearing on the left flank and making a good job of it. Played plenty of games, of course, this season on this left-hand side of the field for Wolves. Cowans. Richards. Venus. And on it goes to Kelly. Bull stealing in behind the defender. That was brilliant play by Bull and a good save.
Yeah, that was a great little dummy by Kelly. He's gone in and Bully's there again, always reading it, always sniffing in round the box. Here's the little over it goes, and here comes Bully, attacks across the face of his defender. There's that shot on target. Good finishing, good play.
Beecham takes it away from Thompson. Now he's under pressure from Kelly. Thompson again. Kelly, Bull just ahead of him. Cleared by Taylor. Good ball to Worrell. Beecham. Too long, really, for Hammond. Oh, what about that? A bit of skill from Dean Richards. I should imagine his manager's heart was in his mouth at that moment, but it was brilliant skill. And here's Goodman. Kelly. Wolves round off that bit of showmanship by Richards with a goal, I wonder. Right. To Cowans. Now Venus. Good movement by Rankin. And he's lost his man. Good cross as well, and Taylor heads behind.
We're seeing wonderful skill here on occasions. You know, Rankin has been outstanding twice in the last 5 minutes. He's gone down the right-hand side once, and here he is down the left-hand side. He looks slightly offside to me there, but the skill is there. There it is, a little drag back. He rides the tackle, and that ball could have been out.
I think that was the decision. In fact, the goal kick has been given.
But we have Richards over the other side with a lovely bit of skill. As a manager, you worry a bit about when your central defender tries those little tricks with the ball. But when it comes off, you say, well played, son.
Well, what do you say if it doesn't?
I'll see you in the morning.
Here's Thorne. Hammond. Worrell. Sullivan. Good movement from Hammond. Young Pitman. It's a good-looking ball in the middle. Thorne. Right. Working hard to dispossess it. Now Venus. Sullivan unlucky there. Cowans. Now Rankin. Goodman in space on the right. Thompson dividing the option to his right. And the cross aimed at Kelly. Goodman sets it up again for Kelly. Well, I could see what he was attempting, but didn't get any power on the shot.
No, the idea was possibly right, where you try and bend a little ball into the far corner. But you've got to put pace on that ball. He's got to really ping it into the far corner of the net if he's going to hope that it travels to the net.
Thorne doing really well. Hammond, he just left it too long, really, and allowed Thompson to intercept. But here he is again, Hammond. And again, he was caught in possession by Thompson. Goodman, given away to Worrell. Taylor. I think both sides approaching this with reasonable honesty, but it's difficult to get that edge to a game, John, really, isn't it, when both sides know that the points don't really matter.
Yeah, but you're both... What players love to do is to go out and do well and have a good game, Alan. So they're all trying to do little things, possibly overdo it at times, that they haven't tried throughout the season. And therefore, they've got to motivate themselves at this game, players have, and hopefully they're going to keep this going and keep the play up. You know, there's some good passing, some good movement off the ball, and a lot of little skills going out there that we can appreciate.
Just approaching an hour completed here at Molineux in this Ensley First Division match, and it's Wolves 1, Swindon 1. Goodman loses out. Hammond forward to Beecham. He's come a long way from his emergency left-back role, Beecham here, and finds Worrell. Robinson. Oh dear, got that all wrong.
Yeah, that's when, as a manager, you're frustrated. I can see Steve McMahon there looking. Yeah, as he said, it was a sloppy, lazy ball. That there was no need to just give it away like that. You've got to keep your side in possession.
And they might be made to pay for it, as Rankin finds Bull with a very good ball, and the immediate challenge by Taylor has conceded the corner. And look at Taylor's attitude. He's a winner, he's a fighter, he's trying to stir the others into action. Never mind that this is the last game of a disappointing season. He's as honest as they come, Sean Taylor. Just been voted Supporters Player of the Year at Swindon for the second successive season, and I'm sure thoroughly deserves it. Cowan's corner whipped in. Who's on the end to meet it? Taylor. Rankin. Good running by Thompson. Just run out of room to make the cross. Goal kick.
You know, it's important in football. It's the man off the ball that does the running, that makes the pass, that makes a player on the ball look good. And there was a wonderful example there. Rankin on the ball waiting, and there was the right back Thompson, made a superb run. He's a very willing, very good player, Thompson, very solid in his game. And there it's a superb run he made for Rankin. But Rankin's been brilliant on the ball today.
Foul given against Peter Shirtliff. The official attendance here today, incidentally, 26,254. Another huge gate. And there'll be at least one more to come, of course, in the semi-final of the playoffs. Taylor's free kick, headed away by Shirtliff to Bull. Goodman takes over. Rankin's worked so hard in the middle of the field today. Cowan's finding Venus. Bull ahead of him. Almost a good layoff, it could be yet. And that man Taylor spoilt it for Wolves yet again. Looks suspiciously like handball there by Shirtliff, but play on is the verdict. Right with a good ball. The ball is offside.
The crowd didn't seem to think that was, and I had my doubts. I was just a little surprised that Buddy wasn't onside there. I thought he had timed his run to perfection. The little ball played over the top, and we can't quite see. But when he started his run, I felt he was onside.
Well, it's still an open match in which it would be difficult at this stage to predict a winner, and the compliment we can certainly play Swindon is to say that it doesn't really appear that they've only got 10 men out there. They've matched Wolves stride for stride, really, since the penalty and the sending off of Horlock. But they could be in trouble here. Rankin. Good interception, though, by Nyholt. Pittman. They're bound to get a little more tired, of course, Swindon, with the extra effort they've had to put in to cover for the absence of Horlock. Remember, they've got two really inexperienced youngsters, three really, if you count O'Sullivan, who only made his debut on the opening day of this season. So there's a handful of them in there who haven't got much experience at this level.
Yes, they've done well to keep going with the youngsters in the side, because in the last 10 minutes they'll find their legs getting very, very tired, the poor kids. But they've got the ability. I've noticed, I've been watching Pittman, he can pass the ball, he's accurate, he's got a nice touch with him. And Worrell keeps moving and chasing Cowens all over the park.
Strange to think that Swindon are facing a life in Division 2 next season, when you consider they've made the promotion playoffs twice in the last 4 years, won them both in different divisions, of course, and were in the Premier League only 2 years ago. They're backpedaling here as Robinson gets it clear to Rankin. Goodman is in space on the right. Thompson. Whoops, O'Sullivan's clearance didn't go where he wanted it to. Hammond loses out to right. Now Venus. Cowens. Glorious sunshine for Goodman over on that far side, and Thompson giving him an overlapping option again, and a missed kick by Robinson. Ball could have gone anywhere. It's gone for a corner.
These Wolves are now pressurising. They've got a lot of players around the edge of the box, just playing simple balls. Cowens and Rankin have been outstanding in the midfield for Wolves, spraying the ball both sides, winning a lot of the ball and seeing a lot of the ball.
And Robinson must keep an eye on Richards here as Cowens takes the kick. Goodman's header back in. Comes out to Rankin. Goodman. Good cross as well. Ball! Oh dear. Steve Ball within inches of his 251st goal for Wolves there.
Yeah. You know, here's Swindon clear a ball and it fell to Rankin, and Rankin plays it out wide, and there's Bully coming in on the cross. Another superb cross, a great header there from Bully. Just strikes the bar, and here's two players definitely going for the same ball. There's Richards and Kelly. They both got in each other's way and headed the ball just wide.
Swindon counter-attack with Nyholt. Worrell. Thorne's layoff a bit untidy. Made Worrell work hard. Nyholt. Thorne. And something happened there away from the play. The referees stopped play, and I'm not at all sure what went on there. I was following the ball.
I think it's Worrell and Kelly just had a little collision and then a little bit of action replay. I think Kelly just struck back at him. Worrell off the ball.
Kelly and Worrell certainly were called. I mean, it's strange for the referee to actually stop play to administer the punishment. So I wonder what colour card we'll see here. It's a yellow for both players.
Yeah. Here it comes now, and there's the tackle. Kelly just felt that was a bit high by Worrell, but I wouldn't think the young kid would know how to do that at the moment. He's just gone in for the ball, and Kelly's grabbed the boy apparently after that incident, and the referee saw it and just booked them both.
I don't really understand why the referee couldn't have waited till it had gone out of play to caution the players. He stopped Wolves in full flight then.
It's his last game, Alan, isn't it?
Thorne. Hammond. And Rankin doing well. Venus. Good running down the middle by Bull. He has a look to see where the defender is and finds Kelly. Good save. The Bull-Kelly combination almost producing a goal again for Wolves.
Yeah, that was typical of Wolves. The quick break into Bully and Bully back to Kelly. I'll go back to that point. It was great. Bully backed in well. Kelly kept moving off the ball inside Bully, and here he is. He's off the ball. You can see Kelly running there. Bully spotted him. There's the knee, a little thigh ball in, and it's a great shot on target.
Handball there by Rankin, just bounced up right in front of him, and he couldn't resist the temptation. Steve McMahon still urging effort from his side, and one of the other problems, of course, that Swindon as a club are going to have next season is that they have a number of players on Premier League wages, and well, they'll be playing second division football. That's going to stretch them to the limit financially. So maybe the likes of Pittman and Worrell, the two youngsters here, will be getting more first team opportunities next season. I'm sure they will. It's been a dramatic fall from grace for Swindon. Here's Goodman for Wolves. Thompson overlapping. Goodman again. And it goes towards Kelly. Right. And now Bull. I suppose he's determined to get level on goals with David Kelly and retain his title as leading goal scorer yet again.
Yeah, this is what striking's all about, isn't it? The ball's played in here, goes wide, Wright gets a little touch. Woolley got one thing in mind: let me turn and crack this ball into that net.
If I've done my mathematics right, he's now got 250 goals in 401 games for Wolves, Steve Bull. An incredible record.
Magnificent record there.
Cowans. Right. Surrounded by defenders, Steve Bull nonetheless keeps possession and finds Richards. Things opening up for Wolves here. Richards just got too much weight on it.
Good break by Richards. He went in, he attacked the heart of the defence and tried to slip Kelly in with a little ball, but the goalkeeper did be read it very, very well.
Tremendous kick there by the goalkeeper. It's gone straight through to his opposite number. Wolves beginning perhaps to make the numerical advantage of 11 men against 10 pay now.
That was a good word, that one.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did. I was impressed with that word. What you did mean, the extra man, did you help?
Something like that, yeah. Thompson to Rankin. And now Shirtliff. The crowd would love to see a winner here. Perhaps Rankin could provide it, but he's been caught up short, offside.
There's got to be wrong there, linesman. You've got to be wrong there. The timing of that run was perfection by the kid. If you watch this, look, he's setting off now from the middle of the park, and here he goes. The ball's played now, and he's giving him offside. No way whatsoever. No way whatsoever, lads.
Here's Thorne. Venus back to Richards, and now Wright. Robinson's clearance. That could be a tricky one for Richards. He's got Hammond right behind him, but he is a very calm customer, Dean Richards. Just 20. Only his second season of league football. He looks as though he's been around for years. Pittman. And Richards there with the interception again, but it's gone to Worrell. On by O'Sullivan. Hammond couldn't control it. Shirtliff gets it away. And Beecham's given it away to Goodman. Bull to his right, Kelly to his left. Bull looks for Kelly in the middle. It wasn't a bad cross. Knocked away by O'Sullivan for a corner.
It's a great cross. Bully just bent it round in behind the defence, and you would have backed Kelly to get on the end of that, all right. One of them cut right. If he'd have come across the face of his fullback, would have been just side-footing the ball into the net there. Quality cross that from Bully.
17 minutes remaining at Molineux. Wolves 1, Swindon 1. Wolves have a corner. Goodman back into the danger area. Richards was the flick on. It almost reached Thompson. Still pressure from Wolves. Shirtliff. Venus. And Kelly hit it on the volley.
You know, this is a great header back in by Venus. He just pulls away, keeps his eye on the ball, but he knows the player is there. There's Kelly, left foot volley, again wide of the target. If he gets those on target, he'll be there with another couple of goals in this match.
So Wolves must be allowing their thoughts to centre on another possibility of a draw here. Remember, 6 in the last 8 games, but maybe it's a winner for Rankin. Not this time.
Yeah, and another great run, wasn't it, from Rankin? You know, the boy's having a tremendous match. I don't know where he gets his energy from. I wish an eighth of it would do me. You know, it's a great run here. He judges it as going over the defender's head. Robinson, he just cannot get enough power behind the ball and on target. His left foot may be a little bit like mine, not the best in the world.
He's actually only managed 1 goal in over 100 appearances for Wolves. It's the one sort of aspect of his play, if you like, that must have disappointed him greatly, because he gets into great positions.
Well, he sure does. The timing of his runs, Alan, and he's back there defending as well. He's got a magnificent engine in it, buddy.
Certainly one of the unsung heroes of Wolves' march to the playoffs. Is it to be a march to promotion? Remember, they lost their place at the top flight of English football 10 seasons ago. Wolves went all the way down to the old 4th division, have gradually climbed their way back. It's going to be a substitution here for Swindon, and it's one of the youngsters, Jamie Pittman, who will go off to be replaced by yet another young man, the 21 years old Eddie Murray. He's had a few appearances this season. I remember he played against Bolton in the Coca-Cola Cup semi-final. In fact, it's going to be a double substitution because Martin Ling has come on as well. Here's Kelly for Wolves. Goodman. Good effort by Goodman.
Ling is an experienced player in the midfield, and we've seen a lot of him. He can pass the ball and knock the ball about accurately, and his fresh legs.
Thorne going through here. Hammond, incidentally, is the player who has been replaced. The second player has been replaced along with Pittman, and it looks as though Murray has gone into a forward role now alongside Thorne. I don't think that's a position he's that familiar with, but here he goes. Too long this time for him. 14 minutes to go. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Swindon Town 1. Foul given against Robinson there. Kelly takes the free kick quickly to Bull. That was so clever by Bull. In fact, the whole thing was smart thinking by Wolves.
I can see Bully with his hand up here. What he's doing is saying to himself, maybe I should have played Kelly in. You know, the ball, Kelly plays it quickly, and it may be a little touch square there for Kelly. It would have gone in the net. Or he could be saying, why ever didn't I get that on target? He loves scoring, that man, doesn't he?
So are we to see a winner in this final league game of the season at Molineux? A playoff semi-final to come here. They don't as yet know who it will be against or what date, of course, because that all depends on the finishing positions, and with only 1 point separating the 4 teams in the playoff places this morning, they could finish in any order. Here goes Thorne for Swindon. Good ball. Murray. Still Murray. Was being held there surely by Venus. Yes, free kick.
This is a dangerous situation, just on the edge of the box here for Wolves.
It's a good position this for Swindon. Joey Beecham might fancy trying to curl this one round the wall. Nyholtz can blast them, but the angle doesn't look right for him. Looks favourite for the left-footed Beecham here. Maybe they've got another option. Beecham it is. The wall did its job. Now then, Richards with a good first-time clearance to Rankin. O'Sullivan did well with that tackle.
It was a vital tackle that by O'Sullivan. He had to dive in and get that because Rankin would have been through behind the defence.
The long ball by Goodman. Robinson gets it clear. Link. Now Beecham. Considering they've had to play for so long with 10 men here, I think we've got to compliment Swindon on what's going to be their final game in the First Division for at least a season, of course. We don't know whether it's going to be Wolves' final First Division game for a year or not. O'Sullivan runs into trouble, and Wright did splendidly then. He's got Bull in the middle, he's crossed it to Goodman. Now Bull. It just wouldn't sit down quickly enough for it. Well, as things stand in the various matches today involving the teams in the playoff places, as they stand at the moment, if Wolves could get a winning goal here and hold on to it, then Graham Taylor could find his team moving up to second in the table and therefore be the highest place of the playoff finishers.
Well, that possibly was one of the chances Bully had there, wasn't it, Alan? The ball came back to him, but for once he lost control, and that's unlike Bully in the box. His control let him down, he didn't quite get hold of it, but he's still trying, he's still sniffing, he'll be in there till the end of this match.
Offside decision there. Of course, with Wolves, there's always a possibility they could let one in as well. They've scored 77 goals, but they've conceded 61. You have to go all the way down to Charlton in 14th place in the table before you find a team with a worse defensive record than that. Here's Bull. And again, it wouldn't just come down for him.
Picking up on your point, Alan, earlier, the way Swindon have played, you know, Steve McMahon wants players to play for him, he said to me before the match. He's got players working brilliantly out on this part. I'll give them all credit. They've worked and worked until they're nearly dropping. You know, that's great effort they're putting in.
Cowans has given it away. Beecham's clearance has been sliced straight to Thompson. About 7 minutes remaining here for either side to force a winner. Richards. Right. Richards still involved in the build-up here. Oh, what a great run this is by Richards. And he just couldn't get the cross in. O'Sullivan denying him in that last little bit of room.
It's a great run, isn't it? You know, there he is, a central defender, finds himself wide on the left, and he goes attacking the fullback, gets by the fullback. Now you're looking for the end product from him, and he just faded it behind the goal. But it was a great run. Great, look, here he is. He's built up right from just outside his own box, and here he goes. Good skill there, a little double shuffle, and there's the cross, just behind the back of the net.
Graham Taylor said he'd like to sign Dean Richards, irrespective of whether Wolves are in the Premiership or the First Division next season. He has described him as a rare talent. So Sir Jack Hayward might have to write another of those big cheques. Here's Cowans to Kelly. Dwelt in possession and got dispossessed by Nyholt. But Ling loses out to Richards. Magnificent skill again by Richards. He could go all the way here. The shot blocked. Wright gets the cross in. And it comes finally to Bull, of all people. Steve Bull inside the 6-yard box where he's lethal. Wasn't this time.
And there's this man, Richards, again. He was there. He was in the heart of this. Look, he gets through here. There's a shot here with his left foot. It's blocked. It goes out wide. A little ball in from Wright. Kelly does the flick on it, and there's Bully. The ball doesn't come down low enough. It just reared itself, its head too high for Bully to keep on target.
Great play by Dean Richards. And Bradford have probably just added about another £10,000 to his valuation after that run. At least. There's Cowans. Rankin. Now Venus. Right. Lovely deft little ball back by Cowans. O'Sullivan caught in possession. Cowans. And the whistle's gone, and Swindon have a free kick. Not sure why. Well, with just about 5 minutes remaining, John, tell us your man of the match and why.
It's got to be Mark Rankin of Wolves. He's been outstanding in the middle of the park. He's been up and back, he's had good skill, good control. He's been a pleasure to watch. I've thoroughly enjoyed his performance, and he's been outstanding for his team.
Beecham just doing enough to dispossess Goodman then, as we confirm Mark Rankin, selected by John Sillard as his man of the match. Excellent performance.
You know, that's a team player, Alan, that is. That's a player that all the players would love him, because he's so much action in his game, and he's always trying to be the winner.
So the Ensley man of the match to Mark Rankin, and I wonder still, as we now move into the last 5 minutes, if we're going to see a winning goal here today. Steve Bull did well and sets it up nicely, but unfortunately it wasn't a teammate. He delivered the pass straight to Nyholt. Not quite right. But here's Kelly. Venus with the driven cross, turned away by Beecham.
That was a good clearance by Beecham there, you know, in an unusual position at left back. He was aware that Goodman was behind him and just flicked the ball on out.
Well, Swindon camped out now in front of their goal, just holding on. Venus drives another cross in. Taylor gets it away. Goodman has done well. Thompson. Was that handball? The referee says no again. An even louder shout this time. And Kelly's overhead kick gently into Digby's hands. Well, we'll come back to that incident, I'm sure, as Ling plays it forward too strong.
To me, that definitely hit the hand here. You know, here it goes here, the cross goes in, and there it is. It just strikes the young lad as he's trying to turn and block that. You know, it's one of those things, Alan, is it ball to hand or hand to ball? There, I felt the referee was right on that decision.
He certainly could hardly have been any closer. The long ball for Kelly. Well, he's taken that down beautifully. Right. Bull on the far post. Oh, hooked away from him by Taylor. And Bull definitely had the finger on the trigger then. Thompson. And it goes to Kelly. Great save by Digby. Looks like this winning goal won't come.
You know, that is another brilliant save by Digby. Great header from Kelly. And it's a cross from the right, and he moves back, and then he lashes onto this header. It's a great header. Look, right up in the corner, on the turn, and there's a great one-handed save by Digby. Good football. Lots of action in the box.
Richards won the header, but it's a goal kick. Well, Fraser Digby's been told that he's going to be released at the end of the season. He will have impressed a few managers today with his goalkeeping.
That's a superb save, isn't it? You know, it's a great shot we had there of it. You know, he had to spring and get it over the bar with his right hand at full stretch. You know, that's a brilliant save.
Goes all the way back to Swindon's old 4th Division days, does Digby. People do forget that they were in the 4th Division in the mid-80s, climbed all the way to the top in just 6 seasons, but now are sliding down again. Their 2nd successive relegation. Promotion is the word on Wolves' minds, of course. And they should find out in a few minutes' time exactly who they'll be playing in the playoffs, as Venus swings one in. Bull's back header. I thought Goodman was there. He wasn't. Goodman. And the foul goes against Luke Nyholt. And as we move into the last minute, this could be one of the final opportunities Wolves have to end their league campaign on a winning note. Cowan's kick wasn't a very good one, though.
I still won't be too pleased with that.
Venus. Cowans. And Ling got back to deny him, but Cowans determined. Well, at the age of 36, Gordon Cowans giving it everything, and inspired, I'm sure, by thoughts of playing in the top flight again.
Trying to use his speed there, Alan, wasn't he? Down the line.
Here's Mark Venus. It should be easy for Digby.
You know, I think the Swindon boys will be glad to hear this whistle. They've held on brilliantly, really. You've got to give them credit to a 1-1 draw here at the moment. I know that it's not over till the fat lady sings, but having said that, their work rate has been outstanding.
Well, she's sung now, or at least the referee's whistle has been blown, which amounts to the same thing. And Graham Taylor will shake the hand of Steve McMahon and congratulate him on a job well done today. His side holding on despite being reduced to 10 men from the first half onwards. Andy Thompson making the most of the opportunity to give Wolves the lead then with a successful penalty, his 9th goal from the penalty spot this season. But Swindon hit back almost immediately with a great goal. Hammond with a fine cross, Peter Thorne with a diving header, his 11th goal of the season. That drew the teams level at half-time, and that's the way it remained all the way through the second half. It's Wolves' 7th draw now in their last 9 games. So a strange way to end their league campaign with a lot of drawn matches. But the main thing is, for Wolves, they're into the playoffs. The final score here at Molineux, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Swindon Town 1.